My journey as coordinator of the Aboriginal Catholic Ministry has been incredible. Absolutely. I don't think there's too many people out there that could actually say that when they get out of bed to go to work in the morning that they actually love their job. And I did. I loved every moment of my job. Very challenging, there's no two ways about that, but that made me stronger. And the journey, is of reconciliation, justice, and Aboriginal spirituality, to be able to share that and make the awareness of that to many parishioners, to many religious, to staff, various organisations, I think it's been a bit of a real honour actually to be able to share that, because before my time, before the 25 years I started, no one wanted to know anything about those things. So it has been a great journey, and the growth of the journey and the people that I've had on the journey, the principals, the teachers, the students, the relationships with the religious, have been amazing. It's amazing friendship that I've had in that 25 years, and still today. Yeah. Reconciliation is a long journey, and it has been a long journey, but it's given us something that we can aim for. What it looks like, I really don't know what reconciliation is really going to look like. But what I do know is it's got to be at the grassroots level, and that's where most of the work has taken place, in the grassroots level. And it's, as I said earlier, about friendships. It's the relationships, the recognition that's taken place in that journey are all markers, towards the end of reconciliation, if there ever is an end. It's, what could I say? It's an interesting road. It's been a hard road, but there's a lot of great things that have come out of it. A lot of great things. Where we're going to go, it's sort of, a little bit like this now. And where it's going to, have we peaked to the reconciliation, movement in Victoria? Because we're now looking at the whole issue of a treaty here. And is that the end of the reconciliation journey once we have a treaty with the Victorian Aboriginal community? Is that the end of reconciliation? Who knows? Who knows? We've been very lucky in one way in our state, where we have had support from the Victorian government to have an organisation, Reconciliation Victoria. That's their target, that's their aim, is to bring about right relationships between Aboriginal communities and non-Aboriginal communities. And not a lot of states in Australia actually have that. It's always been around, I guess, the core values about my Aboriginal culture, the core values of my Catholic identity, the laws that are in my Catholic church, my Catholic that I abide by, and it's the laws within Aboriginal culture. They are so connected. That beautiful saying, love one another as I've loved you. And that's the core of both, really. That is the core, which makes up your relationship to land, your extended family, your culture, the gifts that you have, the gifts the Creator Spirit has given us, this whole place, this beautiful country that the Creator Spirit has given us. That's it. That's what's deeply in not only my Catholic faith, but in my Aboriginal culture as well, my identity. Yeah. I think the next steps, there will always be a role for organisations like Reconciliation Victoria to gain, harmony with the wider community when Aboriginal people are finally going to have that redress of injustices in this land, through a treaty. The treaty should, and I hope will, stable the position of Aboriginal people in this state for the future generations. We're just building the pillars now, the laying the foundation for it. The real fruits of any reconciliation, a treaty, real fruits of that will come with the future generations. And we don't want it to divide this state, we want it to harmonise the state.